Hans Moleman Productions presents Man Getting Hit by Football.
This contest is over. Give that man the $10,000.
What else is new, man? Oh, is that good? That's it. They're on. Boys and girls, welcome to BJ and Game Day for another week. It's like Haley's comment having all three of us here. Well, Bogan's always here, but I am joined tonight by Brett Hampton and Bogan. We've got everyone on board. Guaranteed a good show. Hampton, what's happening, mate?
No, guaranteed all your money back. Is that what you say at the dealership, or
Oh, I tell you what. No, I don't give anyone their fucking money back.
sign the dotted line?
Yeah,
No,
that's
good,
right.
good, brother, good. Yeah, another big week, big round of Supercoach. Some monster scores out there. I scored 1,300 and just over 1,300 and dropped like 800 spots. So
Where you rank now?
that puts me back to 6,500.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that hurt. I thought I might jump back in the 5K, but I actually fucking fell further out. So look,
Not too often a 1,300 plus score sees you drop, is it?
yeah, no. So one trade left. I used two of my last three on the weekend. Brought in Dewey and fuck, I can't even remember who the other one was, but yeah, it didn't really play out too well. And yeah, mate, 4 weeks to go? I guess I'll be fucking aiming for top 2.5K or something this year now. I don't know. It's bloody bit of a lost cause. You? How'd you go?
Oh, mate, look, I had a good week. Yeah, I managed to crack the 1,500, 1,503. So
Nice.
a little bit of a return to form was nice, mate. Obviously, for so long in the season, I was in that sort of top 200, top 300, top 400, and I dropped all the way back outside the top 3K. So back up to 2K now, but it just, yeah, I don't know. Mate, Dewey, I brought him in as well, thinking, don't get me wrong, I had my doubts knowing that Brooks and Hastings were both out because just sort of getting him that delivery, finding him, out wide where he needs to be rather than that first receiver. And, mate, the Tigers just got lost against you guys. I couldn't believe it. It was a fucking shit game to watch, mate, and just a lot of potential there for both teams, but neither of them could really execute in that second half.
Yeah, I think there's still some signs there for him. It was just like I said, that execution, that lollipop ball he throws a few times just didn't hit the mark and find the ground a bit. So yeah, they're just a bit clunky on the weekend, and unfortunately, it didn't pay off. Well, fortunately for us, it looks like the Knights probably missed a spoon now after the result of that, so that's good. But I thought we'd cop a pizzling as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, mate, but yeah, so far it's been a good season, mate. I brought in Gutho last week as well, so
good call.
he managed to crack I think a 121 or something like that. So pretty happy there. It did mean I missed out on Latrell, like a lot of other people got. Managed to use the loop and VC on Munster, like a lot of people did. I think I had. It wasn't much of a choice really. I think I had Tass, Maxi King and Jaden Brayley on my bench. So I knew I was sort of guaranteed a 40 or 50 from one of those rather than a shit AE. So, yeah, and like I say, I didn't have Latrell, so I really didn't have to sort of worry about the other big gun for the weekend. And they both went large as we expected. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think missed Latrell. It was the last sort of really good matchup for him. I think I said to Matty last week, and he really did capitalise. It was quality from him. Just amazing what he can do.
I'm glad they took him off after 60 minutes.
Yeah,
fuck,
amazing.
They have to give him another 20 minutes, mate.
It's just amazing what a man of his size can do with the ball. He's devastating with it, but fuck, he's got that vision and he executes quite well. So, yeah, it was big. I'm still ruining the Drinkwater trade, mate. I think it was something I wanted to just bring up, and that you can just get too tricky and too cute playing this game sometimes, and think you fucking, get too good for your own boots. I just thought, I got spooked by Drinky getting hooked that week, and I went off him, and he's punished me, to be fair, ever since. I think he wasn't even looking that great on the weekend until he scored that late double, but absolutely killing me that trade 3 weeks ago or whatever it was. Fuck.
I've basically been blessed. Look, I looked at the Cowboys run home, and it wasn't hard. I wasn't as sold on Val as a lot of others were. But I did like the look of Drinky. But, mate, I brought him in 2 weeks ago. So he turned up the week before or whatever. He went, I think he's hit 2
Would
tons.
you bring him up against the Dragons? Would have been the week I traded him because that was the week after he got hooked. And I was off him. I got spooked by it. I thought, nah, Toddy's going to do me here. And he's fucking punished me ever since.
Obviously, they'd had Hammer on the bench there and trying to figure out how that sort of works because I've never really understood having a fullback or a winger on the bench. A half, definitely. But, yeah, I never really understood it. As you say, he sort of got hooked that week. I'll be honest, mate, if I hadn't known that, I didn't because I don't pay attention much. I probably wouldn't have brought him in, but I just took the punt and got the result.
As it turned out, I think Felt did a hammy, so there was no way Hammer was going to be named on the bench the following week, and it just went to shit. But, one of those things I just fucking... I think I called 8 weeks ago he was going to be a great pod for the run home, and now I'm fucking just kicking myself. But anyway.
I think same week I bought in Drinking, mate, I bought in Cam Murray. So,
oh, wow. Massive.
That's been good for me. So,
well done.
Obviously, he banged out 130 on the weekend. So, as much as I didn't own Latrell, mate, still managed to crack 1,500. So, pretty happy with that. And
1,500 without Trell's solid.
Yeah, look, this week looking forward to a few matchups. So, I've been really disappointed the last 3 weeks since I brought in DCE, mate. Mate, just 3 of his worst scores of the year he's hit in the last 4 weeks. And it's just been not fun owning him, to be fair, considering the potential and usually the consistency you get out of DCE. The last 3 weeks has been really bad. Look, this week they play the Titans in the last game of the round. I think a lot of people will be looking at Garrick possibly as a captain option. But I'm just really hoping for DCE, mate, we can see a bit of a bounce back to form. And, if Manly can put up 40 or 50 on the Titans, maybe I can get some benefit there. But, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, mate, 100%. Well, you got more of a chance than I do, so I hope you finish strong and cracking that 1K. How far off are you, do you know?
I think I'm about 200 points outside the 1K. Right. So, again, it's not too much. You look at last week, you have a similar week this week where you can just sort of get those right players, jag the right scores, and shouldn't be too far away.
100%, bud. No, well done. Onwards and upwards, hopefully, for you. Bogues, mate, you want to mention your performance or just say hello to the people? And while we're on that, good evening, everyone. We've got a few jumped on. Thanks for joining us. It's fire in the chat at the moment already, King.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
It's all happening.
People are upset with it.
Gilsey telling us we broke his Lebo. Queenslander thinking we got a Dogs. We're going to get a pretty popular Supercoach team next season. Old Ricky.
Yeah, a lot of those.
All-time classics from Sticky.
I did want to mention that. Can I say to the whole rugby league community, the rugby league family, fuck you, cunts.
Is that it?
No, well, here's the thing.
Yep.
Ricky Stewart.
Is that it?
Ricky Stewart he's born and raised in Canberra. So there's a lot of people that are older, slightly older than me, or the same generation as me, that know Ricky Stewart, went to school with him and stuff like that. And Ricky Stewart is a renowned dickhead.
Yes.
He is a prick, right? As a person. He was when he was a boy, and he is as a person now. So fuck you to the NRL community for forcing me to have to stick up for fucking Ricky Stewart. Because quite frankly, I think it's good to see a coach that's that passionate that when one of his players cops a cheap knock like that he has the guts to fucking have a go. He should have called him a cunt. And I don't think he deserves a week. I don't think he deserves a week suspension or a $25,000 fine for sticking up to one of his players, regardless of what happened fucking 10 years ago when this kid was in year 7.
Fucking year 6, wasn't it? Year 5, maybe.
So...
Keep going, mate. Keep going. Don't stop now.
No, well...
Don't stop.
Don't. He should have been harsher. One of your players gets a fucking kick to the nuts. They're almost acting like what Ricky said, calling him a weak-gutted dog, is worse than fucking kicking a player in the nuts. And we have to apologise to fucking what's his name, Jaden fucking Salmon, for fucking kicking someone in the nuts on the field, which is a fucking literal low blow. Kick to the nuts and in the head. I know I made the joke at the start of the show with the Simpsons reference, but still, it is a dog act, and you deserve to get called out for that fucking shit.
Well,
and I don't see anyone fucking saying that.
I think it was all about the language, really. I mean, if Ricky had just turned around and said he was a flog or whatever, the weak-gutted dog thing, the dog and that sort of character, what it's been known for in different circumstances, I don't know. It's just time and a place kind of thing. I think that's all it was.
Never a dull moment in rugby league, boys. If it's not rainbow jerseys, if it's weak-gutted dogs, all I'm saying is Georgie Rose, No Limit Boxing, next card. You got a couple of free undercards in MG Kenty and Sticky Salmon. Surely make it happen.
Oh, fuck.
MG and Kenty.
That's a couple,
Did you say that one?
So you're
Jesus
talking about a
Christ.
couple of deaths there. What MG had to say was a fair call, because the situation with MG was vastly different to the situation with Stewart. With that in mind, though, I think it's fair for a coach, even if there wasn't a history there, to fucking stand up and say, no, fuck that little shit. Kicking fucking player in the nuts. And the head. In the fucking space of a second. That is a fucking weak dog act. And this whole fucking flailing your legs about in the tackle, and this shit started fucking 20 years ago. So I can't even say it wasn't my generation, but this whole fucking flailing your legs like a fucking fish trying to get out of the tackle needs to fucking stop. What he did...
It gets penalties.
Yeah, but what he did, that does not aid him in getting up and playing the ball quicker at all. It's just a bunch of fucking bullshit, and it needs to fucking stop.
Folks, you could call it a bit of a weak-gutted dog sort of act, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, you could. You could describe that as weak-gutted and canine-like.
Can I get some clarification? There's been a bit of, speculation about the actual term. Is it a weak-gutted dog, as in it's, walking around spewing?
Well, that's the thing. Is it like a dog? Is it like an old dog that farts all the time, and you have to fucking clear the room? Like, everyone's had a dog like that in their life.
They're bad. They're bad, those ones, aren't they? Or, so... Look, never a done moment. I personally just think it was pretty personal and it didn't need to get aired on that platform. I understand what you're saying about Stuart Sticky backing his players, but there was so much more to it and it was absolutely triggered. So get him in the ring, sort it out.
Oh, I'll say it right now. Fucking Salmon was a fucking weak-gutted dog when he was a fetus in his mum's fucking womb before he fell out of her fucking cunt.
Oh, God. Jeez.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have any history with the kid. I think, I think that fucking type of behaviour on the field needs to stop. I'm surprised at that sort of shit, because I could even imagine that he didn't intentionally try and kick him in the nuts. He was just doing that fucking leg flailing bullshit. I just think that sort of fucking play in the ruck needs to stop.
Yeah, I don't disagree, mate.
Just get up and play the fucking ball, you little shit.
From a Supercoach point of view, though.
How many points do you get for a nut shot? At least 2.
Well, I think, ironically, Salmon scored the last try of the game as well. So anyway, Ricky,
Ricky's out for a week. The first ever coach to be suspended. Yeah.
Yeah,
what a fucking record to have.
Anyway,
all right.
Moving on.
Games-wise. Let's have a look. Panthers
Storm on Thursday.
No kick out, boys. Hampton, what are you thinking? No kick out?
He's there. He's in the list. He's number 22. So he's not 100%, but not sure. Interesting one. Obviously, still no Penrith halves, so it won't be the big matchup we all want to see. Obviously, no Jerome Hughes, no Pappy. So whilst on paper it seems like a good game, there's plenty of big names missing from this one, which could make for an interesting contest.
How good was Munster at fullback?
Wow.
Put him back there. Put him back there.
100%, 100%. Meany back this week. Whether or not he is, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, cracker to start the round. Nofo, mate, did you catch any of his debut for the Storm?
Mate, really good, really good. Watched it. Obviously, he dropped it over the line for that first no try. Active, went after it. Love what I saw, mate. I think, and probably just exactly what you'd expect. You go from a cellar dweller to a premiership winning team and a premiership hopeful team this season. Mate, he looked good. He wanted it. He ticked every box you want in Supercoach with regards to runs and run meters and everything like that. So I can definitely see some appeal in getting him. But fuck, if he's who you're trying to chase 3 weeks out from the end of the season, you're doing pretty well.
I think as well, given they got so many issues with the spine there, in particular the halves and the fullback, they got Penrith, Brisbane, Chooks, Para, so it'd be an absolute, desperate Hail Mary. But he looked good. He looked good. He could probably score a couple. He might finish the year right.
I think he's just going to get 40 in base. You know what I mean?
Not 12 old, that sort of looked like, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, couple of boys saying in the chat, Tyron May, in a bit of doubt as this one. Apparently he's been spotted at training in a sling, so there's every chance he doesn't play. Toto might switch to the left, as Kando said, or Staines might come straight in. So just keep an eye on that one.
He was who I offloaded last week for Dewey.
Yeah, right. Okay, I've been fucking having to sit and start these fuckers every week, so it's good if he's ruled out because it's one less decision to make. But yeah, look, interesting game of footy. It has I don't know if it really has too much of a bearing on the top four. Really, Melbourne probably more so than Penrith. Are Penrith clear of the Cows yet?
Yeah, I think they're 4 wins clear, mate. They'd have to lose everything.
Well and truly. So Melbourne need to keep winning to make that top four. So a big game for them. Parramatta on the heels of them, and South and Brisbane not too far away. But it should be an interesting one.
WGD's there in number 6 for the Panthers. That's his.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mate, I'm surprised you didn't go ahead and just alter that a little bit, mate. Did you not have the time?
I should have. I should have just put it as WDG.
I must.
Or WGD, sorry.
Speaking of WGDs and the Panthers halves and a couple of who's at 6 Shieldsy mentioning Bizza getting absolutely no ball. I must admit, I sort of still have Targo May and obviously Bizza. It wasn't good. I don't think they really ran too much shape and the ball really got out to those boys in any backline plays too often against Canberra. I know they still dominate them, but it wasn't pretty. It's they're sort of hard sitting start options now. It's a bit of a concern.
Yeah, look,
they weren't. Yeah,
mate, Bizza's annoying me. Like even the run meters, mate. Even the tackle bust we used to have, the aggro fucking you'd get 6 or 7 points every run because you get 2 or 3 tackle breaks. They're just not there.
And Kicks was a late out in this one, and even Tango wasn't that busy either. So a bit of a concern there, and makes it a little bit tricky as to sit and start them for the finish for the year. So
is it a concern though? Like, well, it is a concern as super coaches, but could this be a possibility with Panthers being so far ahead on the ladder that Ivan's looking to give players a little bit of a break leading into the finals?
Oh, I think your 7 Origin players had that break there last week. I don't think there's too much. Oh, sorry, the week before. I don't think there's too much concern, mate. At the end of the day, your main guys with Cleary and that are having their enforced break. I think they'll keep everyone on the park that they can. They want their best team on the park going into finals.
I must admit, good signing for the Finns as well. I think Sean O'Sullivan looks really good. Just a footballer. Really like the look of him.
Thanks, Blocker.
Looks good. So anyway, good luck. Are you going to chuck a VC or anything on Munster, you reckon, Kingy?
Nah.
Not at 6.
Not
switches back to fullback.
This is not a VCC.
Touching it.
No. Next game, folks. Who we got on the Friday? 6 p.m.
Back in for this one.
You wouldn't believe it. Footy's predicting Panthers 13+.
Oh,
wouldn't
who
read
would
about
have
it.
thought that Shano would back the Panthers?
Evening footy.
Any other result, Shano? What's the bet? Any other result?
Boys, Warriors taking on the Dogs. 6 o'clock on a Friday. Don't finish work too early.
Yeah, not too much to worry about just here. Mate, Matty Burton, obviously, he's starting to come good towards the end of the season, mate. He's definitely shown that potential. Probably hasn't reached the ceiling. He's definitely better than I thought he'd be at the 6 and in running that team. But has he really thrown out a massive score here or there? I think he did 120 last week, but
he got 126 a few weeks ago. He's fucking
3
5 round average is 85.73. Fuck, what more do you want from the bloke?
Oh, mate, more.
Has he relinquished the Liam Knight Award for 2022 yet, or what?
No, he's won it. He's fucking.
You can't you can't lose.
You can get off the list, but he won the award.
So he's etched into the Hall of Fame.
Mate, I actually take responsibility for his good form because I'm sure someone in his life has reached out and said, "Look, mate, Joshy's give you the fucking, give you the award."
So what?
You better step
what
up.
you saying? What you saying, Joshy? We've got 11 concurrent viewers at the moment. You're saying 10 are the regulars. And the 11th is Matty Burton, who's sitting there, who's sitting there stewing in his fury of being the Liam Knight Award winner, and it's giving him the inspiration to lead my draft team to glory.
That's exactly what I am all about, is inspiration to anyone. And Matt Burton, you're welcome.
Yeah, look, they're playing a bit of better footy now. Expect the Dogs to get the job done in this one. Supercoach wise, boys, not probably much happening here. Interesting, Aiken goes back to the second row. Joshy Curran named a start at lock. I think at this point of the year it's a bit hard to bring him in, but he's sub 400k Kingy, and we all know what he's capable of if he gets some minutes, but a bit of a hard one. Joshy Curran.
He's sub 400k.
Yeah, 390 odd, if I'm not. Let me double check.
So, going to be juicy for next year.
Don't know what you're going to get out of him. Obviously, I think first time he started at lock for a month. He might get 80 minutes and do a job, but I mean, his unders might have to actually have a look at him. Fuck, could do worse. What else is happening? Yeah, I don't know. Classic-wise, you're probably not touching much else here, are you? Carry on.
Next game, folks. Beautiful. And this one here, mate, this is much better to talk about. Eels up against the Rabbitohs. Some super coach points all across the park here. Some big performances last week, as we said, from Gutho. Magasivo managed to score. Was it last week he scored a double?
Yeah, in the first fucking 10 minutes,
Yeah, and he didn't fucking do much else.
No, he didn't.
Dylan Brown, mate, huge. Really, really solid. Jacob Arthur went well, despite all the all the fucking critics and the bullshit that he gets for being the coach's son. Mate, he set up 2 tries and he just had a really, really solid game. So
a couple of pretty important tries for him too, King. I thought he was quite good.
Yeah, towards the back end there. Mate, Sean Lane, he just continues to be just probably the most underrated second rower in the game this year.
Definitely slept on.
I know, mate. I actually remember the conversation we had in one of the drafts, and I went him and fuck you, give it to me. But mate,
who'd you go?
He's with Sean Lane.
Yeah, but what was it? To remind me, I've totally forgotten.
Oh, I think it was in the one that I've come last in, which is all of them. But one, I think the 14 player one, the SC podcast one.
What'd you do, Cleary for fucking Murray, Lane, and?
I think I gave away Lane actually.
Oh, did you?
But I originally drafted him. Anyway, Ken know me in the chat. He'll remind me.
Right. Yeah. Look, he's been awesome, hasn't he? Just great combo.
Surely
yeah. What happened there? I missed that. I've heard now that he hadn't been an issue, but I didn't actually catch that. I missed it live.
He was getting tackled and a fly landed on his head and it knocked him out. He's just a weak-gutted dog. That's all it is with regards to Maddo. Fuck me. But I can't see this guy coming back with his history of concussion and lengthy outs. I can't see this kid coming back, and he'll be my last trade, mate. So I might have to.
What's he worth?
Uphold my bargain and go Maddo to Bryce Cartwright.
Don't do that.
Does Bryce Cartwright get the starting spot? Does Bryce Cartwright come out and throw in 130 with King getting on him?
Well, maybe IPAP goes back to lock and it happens. You never know. We'll see. But eyes on.
Hey.
Oh, Bunny's playing some good footy as well, but as you'd be well aware, Kingy and obviously Bogues as well. Trell Mitt on fire. Muzz. See Muzz, he's back. He's flying.
There you go. Kano's good in the chat. So it was Murray and Moses for Cleary and Lane.
Fuck, Lane just for my... Oh, look.
But hang on. Muzz has come out and cracked 130 last week. Lane's in 104, but Lane's is more impressive, isn't it? Because you probably don't expect it as much.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely slept on Lane. Happy to admit it. I don't know. It's just a fucking runs like a giraffe, and I don't know, something about him that just makes me think he's fucking.
Cat falls over from 15 metres.
Sure. And he's developed a great combo with Dill Brown, and Dill Brown's having a career year for sure. So, he's good. Interesting trade.
Remember at the start they tried to change them around?
They did, yeah. They did. Fucking thank fuck they changed that back. But yeah, look, the Cookie's in a bit of form. Ilias is looking better. Kean Kolamatangi's just fucking looking brilliant. So, I mean, shapes up to be a really good game of footy and a massive game in the context of the top 8, but the top 4 in terms of that chase. If Parramatta can win that one, they give themselves a 2-game lead over South. So, should be a big one, mate. Are you looking at anything, Supercoach wise, another tough matchup? But guys like Cam Murray, I think I mentioned before, is pretty matchup proof. Trell Mitchell's probably going to be the same again. I know you got Gutho. What are you thinking?
Mate, look, I'm just glad I got rid of Centrelink a couple of weeks ago. He can fuck off, fucking Cody Walker.
Oh, why do you call him Centrelink?
Mate, he may as well just stand in line at Centrelink all day. He does nothing else.
Pick fights. Fuck me, Dad. Never seen a serial pass these yet.
Oh, mate, he is just a fucking wally. Mate, look, Supercoach, yeah, like I say, I've missed the trial, mate. I can't really go there now. Obviously, I've gone Gutho. I like the combination. Gutho, for me, was a big one once Moses was out. I've seen him in past seasons when Moses has gone, and he just sort of steps up, and he's got that really good combination with Sean Lane as well on that left-hand side. So, I'm liking it. He gets the goal kicking as well. He's not a good goal kicker whatsoever. It's like watching fucking Teddy kick goals, but I don't mind him. Mate, yeah, it's just good SC scorers all across the park here for both these teams. So no doubt a lot of people have 6, 7, 8 players when it comes to this game on the park.
I must admit, I was a bit concerned with Dill Brown with Moses gone, whether he might end up taking a bit of a step back in terms of his running, and that didn't happen. He scored 47 in base, which is his second highest performance in base for the whole year. So
the biggest thing they lose is Moses' kicking game, like his in-play kicking game. I don't think we've seen much of a running game from Mitch Moses anymore. Like he just seems to be a pass and facilitator, but his kicking game to get him out of trouble sometimes, I think that's what they will miss.
Oh fuck! I totally agree. He kicked a couple of big 40-20s against Penrith a couple of weeks before that game. He got injured, and they'll definitely want him back come finals. Mate, I was just looking at Muzz. He's gone up 60 grand this week. He was unders. We called it last week with Matty at 580, and he's now nearly 650 and 11ish break even. So probably missed him.
You talked about him last week. There you go.
Yeah, we definitely talked about him.
I didn't watch the show.
You should have. You would have fucking definitely brought him in. But yeah, so haven't missed the boat. But if you jumped on him last week or the week before, you'll even the week before that, you've fucking done real well, I reckon.
Got the Muzz.
Yeah.
All good. Saturday game, boys. Who we got first up? Fucking hell. How good is this for a 3 o'clock game? I'll be shitty. I'm at work.
Yeah, another big one. Another big game in the context of the top 8. North Queensland trying to secure that top 2 with Cronulla chomping at the bit, and Chook still needing to win every game, essentially to keep their fate in their own hands.
I'll tell you what, I loved watching Nanai score 30 last week. It just reminded me of the points chasing days, Look, a lot of potential there with Jeremiah. We know that. We can see it. His ball running, taking the fucking bombs, all that kind of stuff. Really, really a lot of potential. But, buyer beware when you look at these young fellas, guys and girls. Consistency is something probably a lot of these older players have got. So hopefully he can bounce back for any owners this week.
Fuck King, I think it was the only game this season where he only scored in base. He had nothing else. So call it what you will, but yeah, that hurt, and he hadn't scored 30 since round 7.
Did you bring him in?
No, I didn't. It was 700k. There was no way, but I know we were talking to Matty about it. I don't think he ended up bringing him in, which is good. But look, I think the Cowboys have shown they've gone to sleep in a couple of halves in the last few weeks. So It'll be interesting game, this one. Supercoach wise, mate, again, lots of relevant players obviously across the park in the Cows. Plenty of people with Drinky, Holmes, Lolo. Cotter looked really good on return as well. I think he was one of their best last week. And then you got guys
Yeah,
like...
I think a big thing there, mate, Cotter starting at 10 this week. Obviously, we saw last week they were down 10-0 to the Dogs. I don't think they want to see that this week against the Roosters. You know, you got a quality side in the Roosters that you really can't start behind in a game like this. So I think having Cotter on there to begin with just gives them that little bit of extra speed and extra grunt up front, a little bit more workmanlike than you get out of a Tanoa Brown. Tanoa Brown and McLean, I just think they're a little bit too lazy for a team like this now. I think they need to find some more speed because they're a very quick team now, the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think Peyton's sort of got him humming a bit, and Luciano can come off the bench and, you know, push Tommy Gilmore into the front row or play a bit of front row himself. Yeah, definitely a better outfit with Cotter at the prop for sure. Totally agree. Chook side of the park, mate. Gussie bounced back with a try last week. I think he was the guy I went Haas over Gussie a few weeks, and this was one of those ones where he's going to score a try and get 80, 90. I don't know what he finished up on the end. You got him, don't you?
Yeah, 96.
96. There you go. So big bounce back for him. So good score there. Yeah, you got guys like Manu. You got Swally?
No, look, one I haven't had all season. I never got him even cheap. Mate, best centre winger potential in the game. He is light years ahead of anyone else. Your Cobos, all that kind of stuff.
He reminds me of Izzy.
This guy scares me every week, mate.
He reminds me of
I
Palau so much.
love what I see with this guy. I think this guy's going to be one of the best players for the next 15 years.
Yeah, exciting. Imagine, I think it was one of the bloke podcasts saying if he had stayed at South this year and linked up with Latrell, and when Latrell was out, played a bit of fullback and that sort of thing. Obviously, he's killing it at the Chooks, but could you imagine him and Latrell in the same team? Fuck.
Mate, just the Bash Brothers. But, mate, you look at what the Roosters have done over the years. Like, you know, Tedesco spent his time sort of on the wing and in, you know, Minicello and those kinds of things, and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Mate, he's just doing his apprenticeship so well. He'll stick there for another season or two, and, mate, he will turn into that fullback that Latrell is now, and maybe even better. So, yeah.
100% he'll be the turning of the guard at the Chooks for sure once Teddy's done. Or will it be Manu? I mean, I suppose he might push into the 6, but yeah, the future's bright for him. Would you sit or start Swally this week, bud?
Oh, mate, I'm not a sitter and a starter kind of player with Supercoach. I put the best team on the park every week. I don't forgive myself. You know, these guys, you can get beat in a team, right? Like, you can go down 30-18. And Suwali could be the bloke who scores 2 out of those 3 tries in a losing team. You know, like, I thought about it last week or the week before. I think Manly was struggling. I thought about sitting Garrick and things like that, and he looked a little bit injured. But, mate, at the end of the day, we pay big money for these players. I just think you got to start your best 17 every week.
Yeah, cool. I got too many players, so I have to fucking choose 2 or 3 each week, and I'm getting it wrong every week. It's fucking doing my head in. Yeah, look, interesting one. I don't know if you're really targeting anyone. Maybe a Gus, someone that'll get through his work, and maybe a chance of a pie or something, or a Cotter or something like that. If you know, just looking for something safe, but a little bit hard one to touch Supercoach wise, and probably VCC wise as well.
And that Butcher can get fucked.
Why's that?
Because I had him for about 8 weeks, and I think he averaged 38. I counted it for the 8 weeks I owned him. For the rest of the season, he's averaged about 70.
Bundy was blowing me up in Ton Club about that, wasn't he? Fucking.
He's me one for the year that I just got wrong timing with. Like, not potential wise, it was there, but yeah, I just owned him at the wrong time.
Suck shit. 5:30 Saturday. Your boys taking on the Tigers. At Scully Park in Tamworth, mate.
Jesus Christ, Tamworth. I might drive down and watch it. That's not that far from Brizzy. That's half a dozen hours.
Cowboy hat on.
Look, yeah. Yeah, I love me country. Mate, Mate, I was very impressed with Dykes, Adam Dykes, his young fella last week.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Game. Mate, lanky, quick fella. Yeah, I was really impressed. Lockie Miller comes into the number 2 spot for Connor Tracy, who got knocked the fuck out by Tarek Sims. Unfortunately, we won't see Simsy for the rest of the year. He's got 4 weeks, so next we'll see him is in the Melbourne Storm jersey next year. But mate, for these two teams, I hate saying it, they're my Sharkies, right? And they're going well, and I think come the business end of the season, we'll get found out. I just don't think we've got enough of a team, right? But they're a dangerous team to own Supercoach players in, mate.
Oh, they're fucking abs. Talakai and Ronnie are absolutely fucking killing me.
Like, fucking hell. I mean,
I've chirped them the last 3 weeks, I reckon, and they're fucking not doing anything.
The last thing I want at the moment is a fucking Supercoach team with any Cronulla player in it, except for Nico.
Fuck me.
Like, Mulatala, Talakai, Ramian, they're all poison, mate. They're all, Nakora, fucking...
Lost some of their mojo, some of those outside backs, especially Talakai. I don't know what the fuck. It's like Space Jam where the monsters come and fucking take all their skills. He's fucking forgotten what he's doing half the time. But
yeah,
it's hurting because I've fucking gone double down on him.
He probably can't read the papers, He probably can't read the big bastard. But, I think he's heard something and it's got into his head.
Fuck me. I didn't own him when he scored 40,000 by fucking half time that fucking early on in the year. And he hasn't fucking scored that over the whole time I've owned him for the remainder of the year. But anyway,
I sold him at 700 and something K, and I told a lot of people I can't believe people either held on to him or have bought him since. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sell high, buy low. You've done well there. I fucking would never have traded him once I saw that form, but it's fucking stung me. I think I didn't get him in. It was sub 600, but it's still fucking stinging.
That being said, is Nico a captain option?
Oh, mate, he's at 100% a VC option.
Every week.
VC option for sure. Like I say, I think there's probably a couple of better captain options. But yeah, if this is the game people want, the Tigers haven't been that great, and the Sharks have got the attack across the park to put 40 or 50 on the Tigers. So, you look at the Knights last week, they could have if they actually had a fucking crack. But, yeah.
Oh, and some changes, those out. James Roberts back in, Kapoa, and Toa goes. Toa's fucking terrible. So, I think they got some deficiencies there. And yeah, I don't know. Lockie Miller on the wing's an interesting one for your boys, King. He's not very tall. He's pretty quick. And obviously, Kate Dykes at the back at one. You obviously have Kennedy and well, you won't have Katone back. Well, Sione Katoa back, but
no, he's out for the season. Look, I was having a look at the bench there, mate. They've got Ikevalu in the 22. I just like Ikevalu, mate. I think he's a good finisher. He's a good ball runner. Correct. And I think that's all Cronulla need for that position at the moment. Mulatalo's, your flashy sort of gun and is going to take those high balls. I'd love to see Ikevalu out there on the right-hand side. So, let's see what happens there. But they're obviously giving Lockie Miller a go. I think there's a lot of liability there in Lockie. I know we've seen a great game when he debuted, some weeks ago. He was okay last week without being great coming off the bench. But I just think there's going to come the game where he drops the ball like 5 or 6 times, whereas Ikevalu wouldn't do that.
Well, I think his height is going to be a real target. In the high ball, depending on what teams they come up against. But...
Mind you, this is not the team to do that, right? Nah. Adam Dewey, Jock Matt, they don't have the kicking game or the accuracy with their kicking game to worry them. So, I'm not really too bothered about it this week. I think they get away with it this week, the Sharks.
Beautiful. Moving on to 7:35 on Saturday evening. It'll be up Suncorp, mate. Brisbane taking on my boys.
Yeah, mate. Look, I've actually got nothing on Saturday night, so I thought I'll just sit at home and not watch football. I don't want to watch your shit team play football.
I don't even want to watch them half
the time. What the fuck?
That Tigers win was like one of the worst things I've ever experienced on the weekend.
When does Adam O'Brien actually go? When does he leave? Has he got the flight book yet?
No, fuck me. He's fucking... Yeah, it's criminal.
When does Joey take over the reins?
Fucked if I know.
When he's not contracted to Channel 9 for fucking 10 times
more. Surely they can get Joey a gig.
Any of them, fucking Budsy or someone else, just one of the old boys. Get them in there for fuck's sake. They need someone to bring back.
What's the Chief doing at the moment?
Fucking oath. Fuck off the NIB ads, Chief, for fuck's sake.
I tell you what, bring back, take the Tigers, how they had 5 captains. Bring back a team of 5 coaches for the Knights of all the old boy players. And
you get the Chief, you get Mark Sargent, you get Joey.
You know who I think would low key be a really, really good coach one day, and I'm hoping it coincides with when they make it back in the top. Bogan will love this. Billy Moore. I reckon Billy Moore's just a fucking genius.
You know what?
I know he
sounds
like a
call. Can I make this call, and we'll be able to hear Kane Anderson scream from Gosford all the way to here. Yeah. Billy Moore as the second coach of the Dolphins. Like, let's face it, Wayne Bennett is getting pretty fucking old.
I'll tell you what, go further, mate. Go further. In the next 3 years, the North Sydney Bears will be back in the comp, and Billy Moore will be the returning coach.
Jason Taylor's already the coach for the Bears.
I don't care. JT can fuck off.
They won't. JT's royalty at the Bears. So is Billy Moore. So is David Fairley. So is Greg Florimo. They've got all those guys still buzzing around the club in the hope of getting the team back. But I say Billy Moore, head coach of the Dolphins, 2025.
Wait and see here. Watch this space. But, mate, Supercoach-wise for these two teams, mate, the Bronx have been solid. You know, obviously Payne Haas has been okay.
Lost their way a bit.
What's that?
They've sort of lost their way a bit, haven't they?
They have, mate,
last few weeks. They were looking really good a month ago, but
just the combinations just seem a little bit out of whack again. Because the team hasn't really changed, has it?
All right, I mean, they give it to Para, I suppose, 3 weeks ago. But, yeah, I don't know. They're sort of real up and down. They struggled against the Titans. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They'll be dangerous in that bottom half of the 8. But I guess they should realistically be putting 40 or 50 on us if they're genuine sort of team we expect.
I'm going Corey Oates for 3 tries this week. I reckon this is that one game of the year where we see Corey Oates score 130 or 140 Supercoach points. So if you got him in the drafts out there, ladies and gentlemen, I reckon the captain looks really good on Corey Oates this week.
I think Cobbo and Tuala, even though I bagged Tuala last week against the Tigers, but and he scored a double or whatever. But yeah, look, wait and see. No Barnett for the Knights, mate. He's out with a thumb issue. I know there was a few people that brought him for the run home. That probably stings Clem's back after the hoo-ha.
Yep.
The hoo-ha that he caused by fucking doing whatever he did a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
I don't even know what the cat did.
He just didn't come off and then told the trainer to fucking show it up his ass or something, essentially.
Mate, I did that every week playing.
Yeah, so he's been reprimanded. The trainer
never want to fucking come off, do you?
The trainer's since come out and said it was, they set standards for the team, and if he didn't do what he did, it would have been, he would have been letting the team down. The actual trainer that lodged the complaint. So anyway, he's just tried to save a bit of face.
Trainer sounds like a weak gutted dog.
He's WGD. So yeah, look, we what was it?
Should have kicked him in the nuts. He's just turned around and Whoompa, take that, you fucking fluoro wearing bastard.
With 4 games to go. What are we? 3 games clear of the Titans in last, but our 4 and 8 isn't as good. We're not guaranteed to not get the spoon, but we're probably looking pretty good.
Hang on.
Get it now.
Are the Titans that bad this year that you guys are 3 games clear of them?
Yeah, they're on 8 points. 14.
You guys have actually won 6 games this year.
Yeah, fucking.
When? At the start of the year.
It weren't too bad early on.
Early on, they were on. Early on, they were on fucking fire.
Fucking hell.
We're in top 13 at the moment.
I remember you beat the Roosters in like round 1 or something, didn't you?
Top 13, mate. Yeah, we're fucking flying. So
yeah,
but look, fuck the Titans. They deserve the fucking
next game, folks.
Yeah, fuck this game off. Fuck the Broncos.
Raising there's fucking not much going on here either, Supercoach wise.
There will be, I saw an ad today, $3.50 pies at Joe this weekend. Does not include sauce.
Does not include sauce. They made sure to fucking put an asterisk.
So wait, they're promoting pies at a normal price.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I might take my own bottle of sauce and just go out there and fucking eat 12 pies, I reckon.
I want to see everyone bring their own sauce. Every single person at Bruce Stadium bring a bottle of sauce.
$3.50 Villies. Villies are I'm getting around that.
I've never been a fan of.
I love the soft pie. I really enjoy the Villies. One of my top. I'd rate it up there.
I'm a Mrs. Mac guy. You know, like I like the
crunch,
the crusty pie.
Yeah, I'm a 4
and 20 man.
Yeah, that you get at the cricket.
See, like, but this is the other thing, right? So up here we got Yatla pies that everyone fucking raves about. Yatla pies, best in Australia, and they're fucking woeful. They're just shit house. Now I like a big, crispy, crunchy pie.
No, I might take Ollie out of this just so I can fucking get into a few pies.
Fair.
Anyway, back to the Supercoach.
Who weighed all the fucking
Are you allowed
pies?
out of the house these days?
Oh, I've only got to take at least 50% of the kids with me. So.
Oh, that's all right.
That's fair.
So what's that? 12.
That's fair. Yeah.
2. Seems like a holiday, to be honest.
Mate,
we only got 2.
Have you not seen the Queanbeyan Blues are playing the Hampton Tribe at half time of the fucking Camp Raiders game?
The South Tuggeranong. They've just changed the name of the South Tuggeranong Knights to the South Tuggeranong Hamptons.
Yeah, look, maybe. Carry on. What's happening classic-wise here? Fucking not much, I wouldn't have thought, King.
Tarpanay's obviously gone. And mate, Adam Elliott's been solid. You mentioned him earlier in the year, and I sort of brushed him aside, but he's been pretty good. Adam Elliott?
Oh, yeah. I think he probably wouldn't be a top back rower, but he's been getting to his work. I'm actually not as unhappy that we signed him now, to be honest. I was thinking, fuck Hetherington and this bloke, but he's actually playing some pretty good footy at the moment.
Yeah.
And obviously...
But Tapanay's the big one. How long Tapanay, boys? Are we get
they're saying 1 to 3 weeks, 1 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
They reckon that's obviously a broken rib that he can play with a chest guard on with. Mate, look, I think he's soft. I think he's, I sort of said it in the chat where every year he just seems to have that one injury that takes him out for a little while. I think he could come back next week and play, but I reckon he'll play half the minutes and won't have anywhere near the impact he does because, I mean, it's hard to run at guys 100% if you know you're going to get crunched.
Well, he's a fucking weight-gutted dog, but yes. I mean, I've got him in draft, and he's fucked me in Classic all year, and I needed him in this fucking knockout this last weekend, and he fucking gets injured and gets 20 kicks. He's a fucking weight-gutted dog, so fuck him.
And Tom Starling's obviously got over his swollen plums.
He's been named to back up.
And to be fair, I barely thought he even got kicked. I thought he just fucking put
it's
it
just
on.
more funnier.
I reckon the kick to the head was worse.
Kick to the head looked worse, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Angle.
Although they did show footage of Salmon fucking lashing out at Jackie White.
I saw that. That was one of the first runs of the game.
Mate, Jackie White's the wrong bloke to be kicking, mate, because he'll turn around and fucking belt the shit out of you.
I did see that was a bit of form from Salmon, which is interesting. So maybe he's a weak-gutted dog, as Tiki says. But look, obviously Tapanay, the big one there. You're probably holding him, King, if you got him at this point. Probably not 1,000 many trades left, unless you got the luxury of trades and the ambiguity with how long he'll be out for. But he's still held his value not too bad. I don't think you could pretty much go to anyone, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, how's Matty? Matty's comment.
Huh? For my kid. Matty's fucking got 82 kids. Jesus Christ.
Under 6s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s. Fucking hell, they got no electricity where you live.
Breno's clan versus Matty's clan. That's going to be like a state of origin.
I just need one more and they can play basketball.
Matty Buckman did like the reverse gangbang once. He lined up 40 women and just said, seed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just fucking got them all. Bam! Fucking Matty.
I'd have to fucking carry a diary around just for the birthdays, I reckon.
I don't remember half the cunts.
Who are you? No, I love you, Matty. Shout out to the Triple SC podcast, by the way, Matty Buckman. He's flying this
Wednesday
year.
night, 6:30. I think Wednesday night, 6:30. He jumps on live on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out, boys and girls.
Shout out, Matty.
Last game of the round, folks. Titans up against the Sea Eagles. Yeah, look, this is the one I'm looking at, mate. Obviously, Garrick and Cherry Evans to just hopefully destroy the Titans, which what been happening every week, mate. We've got good weather up here lately. It'll be a good fast track at Robina Stadium.
There'll be no fans there to distract them.
Yeah, this one will sting.
He's got tattoos of all their names. That's how he remembers them.
Fair play. This will be the one that stings King, not having Ola or Garrick. There'll be plenty of people. Even DCE finishing the round strong with one of these boys, probably as captain. Garrick's probably the big one. You looking at the C on him?
I'll look at the C on Garrick, yeah, mate, and I'll leave it obviously to see see what happens with Maddo, and I'll probably go Maddo to Olakwatu.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that's a pretty solid one. Yeah, I thought I thought Foreign would possibly going to be missing. I thought he might be injured, but he's actually going to play. So I was actually pretty keen to see Schuster go around at 6, but he's not even.
Yeah, what did Foreign do last week? He sat there the last 20 minutes with his ice on his hammy or something.
Yeah,
or the quad.
So yeah. Anyway, so
I tell you, I've said it a few times. Mate, injuries cruelled him. He's one of the best players I've ever seen, Kieran Foran.
That'd be cool.
He just, mate, the amount of injuries that he's almost like what we've seen with Adam Reynolds over the years, right? Like Reynolds is out injured a lot. Foran does it, but he plays the next week. You know, like he just, yeah. I think I'd doubt it very much if he's ever played a game at better than 90% fitness.
I'm calling it here. This is an upset. Titans do them.
Who cares? Both teams are a pack of cunts.
Oh,
shout out to Tino, but I'm fucking calling him out. I said it last week. I'll say it again. He only got 54 last week.
Yeah, where's the Tino love from, mate? Cunt's useless.
He's fucking gone good, mate. You watch. You'll fucking bring him in. No, their draw's good. I know it's the Titans, but the draw's not bad. His minutes haven't been awesome, but he's busy in his 50 to 60 minutes, and he's fucking getting tussle busts and shit all the time. So, look, thank me later.
I am Maddo to Olakwatu, and actually, I don't mind your call of an upset here. That's what's fucking freaking me out about this last game, is But the thing is, if it is an upset, Sea Eagles will still score 24 points.
Yeah, probably. It'll be a 28, 24
because
or something like that.
I can see the Titans scoring a 30 or 40, but they can't hold the Sea Eagles to less than 20. Like, it's just, they don't have the defense in their team. They've definitely got the attack, the Titans, on the right day. But that's where you sort of go back to those Supercoach friendly games, mate, where, you know, if both teams are putting up 30 points, there's points there for everyone in Supercoach. So, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a big way to finish the round, but I'm hoping they all flop.
Fuck the Titans, bring back the Bears.
Beautiful.
That's it. Another classic show here.
No
BJ and
updates on draft finals or anything, Bogan? Like, what?
We'll do that pre-grand final.
We've got fucking 8 blokes who watch the show and they're all in the draft, so they know what's going on.
I'll give you an update on the draft. I just got up over Kane Anderson. And
you held on. That was close all weekend.
Yeah, you're fucking nowhere.
And he tried to pull a sneaky of fucking picking players that weren't playing, so he'd get an AE of Kiri, and it didn't pay out for him. And I pipped him by 2 points before reviews, and then it ended up blowing out a little bit more. I beat him by like 40 points or something. And Brent Hampton got absolutely fucking whooped by Shane Foote. So he's out for the year.
I fucking had Munster.
So this week it's me versus Benny, the minor premier. And
did Benny finish on top?
And it's Kane Anderson versus Shane Foote. And it's me and Benny for a spot in the grand final. And
what about the bottom half finals?
I don't give
No, I don't think they do it. How funny is that? Benny drafted Cleary.
Fucking Hunslow might be fucking playing someone.
Benny drafted Cleary and Hughes, and then Cleary went down. We'd already traded Hughes, but fuck, it would have been funny if he still had them both. Who's your tip to win it from here? Use a boat. King. You're not in it. Who you reckon takes it out?
The draft?
Yeah.
Mate, I don't know who's in my team, let alone who the fuck's in everyone else's team. Are you kidding? Oh, mate, so who you got left?
Benny Bogue, Shano, and
playing
Kando.
Bogue first spot in the grand final.
Yep.
And who's the other two?
Kando and Footy in a knockout.
Oh, Shano. I'll give it to
Shano.
Shano.
Shano's going to go all the way.
Yeah, I reckon Shano will come through and get it done.
I'm backing Bogan in for fuck.
I don't know who's
backing me. I'm backing Benny.
Yeah.
Fuck Benny.
Let's go draft.
Go dog.
What's this league called? BJ on draft day. Hang on. Where's the fucking teams?
We got all the classic leagues. We'll have to give an update fucking for the prelims next week. Surely, Bogues. Fuck.
Is it the prelims next week? Or?
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah. Grand final qualifiers, you got to fucking spruik it.
Oh, fuck. Kando's going pretty good. He's got Latrell. He's got fucking Sean Lane. He's all right. Who do I have in my team? How did I miss the finals? This is a fucking sensational team. Actually, it's fucking ratchet. I got Turbo. How did I get Turbo?
Why have you still got Turbo?
No, didn't I get first pick and then I traded him? Yeah, I had him. That's why I was fucking no chance.
Oh.
Kando's a three-peat for Classic still on too, boys. For the BJ on Game Day Invitational. Somebody stop him.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Shano. I'm looking at Shano's team. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it covered.
His team's fucking shit. He's got Munster and Grant. That's about it. Fucking Tavita to Tola score and try them. Give me a fucking spell.
He's very lucky that fucking Ampto's Hitman or whatever they're fucking called fell to shit last week. Scored the lowest. Those Brenton and Jane scored
the. Benny's nowhere. Benny's he's no good. Yeah, it'll be Bogan and Shano in the final.
There you go. Heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Might be me and Kane Anderson. Repeat.
Well, he's been there before.
All right, boys. I'm out.
All right, gents.
See you fuckers later. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, shout out to all you legends jumping in at this late stage of the year. 14 watching now. There's some fucking big numbers.
Mate. Big numbers.
Wild Turkey, feel free to get on.
Put your notice in at work,
mate. No sponsors anymore. Nah.
Why not?
Life is dry.
Mate.
Oh.
I'm off.
He's sponsored by Mount Franklin Water.
Oh, true.
I'm off the punt. I'm off the Coke.
Oh, good boy.
I'm off everything.
Good boy.
Coca-Cola even their king. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
A bit of a Coke problem. But
I'm off the Coca-Cola, yes.
Glad to hear, King. What are we looking at for sponsorship then?
Mount Franklin.
I reckon I'm still fucking.
Oak.
I reckon Billy Pies and Chalky Oak will fucking.
Yeah, fucking
that.
Oak.
Chalky Oak?
Yeah.
Shano.
I'll
tell you
what. Put
what.
the word in with it for us.
Shano, if Penrith don't win the grand final, Shano, mate, you're going to start next season with a live telecast outside the Chalky Oak fucking factory. Surely it's in Penrith. Surely it's in Penrith somewhere down there. And get us a fucking sponsor, you bastard.
Because I'm drinking fucking Oak every week while I'm fucking doing this show.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
I'm lactose intolerant, so
I'd fucking still drink it if I was, because it tastes that good. So, Oak fucking CEOs, whatever you're watching, 14 concurrents currently. Fucking,
send us
14 bottles of Oak every week.
Send us a fucking 2 litre.
Product placement will be fucking all over the shop. We'll fucking sort you out. Just get in contact. Shout out Kendo saying the Supercoach Hub Pod is live tomorrow at 8. ADOS.
Who's that one?
Costa.
Who's that one?
I think it's got a bit of a rotating door of guests, that one, week to week.
Right.
But yeah, Ado Costa for searching for Corey, Parker, Glenn Fisher from the Supercoach Magic.
Is that on Facebook or YouTube?
Good question. Kendo?
Kendo, what platform, son?
I would imagine it's live through fucking something.
SoundCloud or
Pornhub.
Spotify.
On Pornhub?
Discord. It's
on
through
the Discord.
Okay.
Oh, well, that fucks us. We'll never see it.
I've been a little bit more active on Jump in the BJ. That Discord if you want.
Kando does the bogan of that. He's saying.
Yeah, I will make an effort. I've got a fucking IT nerd at work. I'll download Discord tomorrow.
I've got Discord. I'll chime in for the first time and have a look. I haven't looked at that one yet.
8 o'clock tomorrow. So we've got 6:30 tomorrow night. We've got Matty Buckman, Triple SC podcast. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we've got the SC Hub Pod live on Discord.
Beautiful.
And on Sundays, you have Adriana. So there you go. You're sorted.
Yeah, Adriana's back after the round.
Beautiful, boys. Love your work, Bogues. As always, love your work. Kingy.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Fucking good work. See you all next week.